อยากทายไหม means do you want to guess but if you say อยากตายไหม it means do you want to die. The sound sound of the letter J in English doesn't exist in Thai. When you make a distinction between the short vowels and long vowels in Thai, you sound more Thai. Listen to this. ตายทายไตไทย It's that simple. How to sound more Thai? I know a lot of you are struggling with the Thai pronunciations. Maybe this is one of the pain points that studying Thai. You just can't produce certain sounds like Thai people do or produce it good enough for people to understand you. In this episode, I'm going to try to clear out some of these problems that you might be struggling with. I just want to tell you that some of the things that you might think are obstacles are totally just mental blocks. There are certain sounds that exist in your language, especially in English, that you could definitely use in Thai. You just haven't thought about it before. First up, we have the two T sounds in Thai. Ta and ta. Ta and ta. For example, if you ask someone อยากทายไหม listen to this อยากทายไหม Thai has this air coming out when you say Thai อยากทายไหม means do you want to guess but if you say อยากตายไหม it means do you want to die. So the mistake could be costly but no worries because I'm going to help you with that in this episode. Yeah, so the trick is very simple. You have this unaspirated T sound, the the in the English language as well. Listen to this. Top, aspirated, the air comes out. Top, stop, stop, the air doesn't come out. Tone, stone. Tile, style. The next time when you are struggling with the unaspirated T sound, the just pretend there is an S in front of that word. So if you want to say the word die in Thai, which is Thai, then just pretend there's an S in front of it. So you say sty, 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 die, and then you would get the word to die in Thai. Another trick to help you deal with this unaspirated T sound is if you speak Spanish, because the Spanish T is actually the unaspirated T sound. Listen to when a Spanish speaking person call Thailand. A Spanish speaking person would say Thailandia. Thailandia. The Spanish person would say tonto, tío. So the T is unaspirated. I think the people from the Philippines also use the T sound as well if you observe. So if you speak Spanish, easy, just switch to the Spanish T when you want to do the unaspirated T sound. Okay, let's practice again. If you want to say, do you want to guess? You could say อยากทายไหม aspirated. อยากทายไหม the air comes out. And if you want to say, do you want to die? Then you say อยากตายไหม อยากตายไหม. How to sound more Thai? Point number 2 is with the different P sounds in Thai. There are two P sounds as well as T sound. We have the P and we have the B. Okay, so there is this small town outside of Chiang Mai, Thailand called Pai. Pai. And I know that a lot of people are struggling with the name of this town. People might say pie, which sounds like apple pie. No biggies. The Thai people can still understand what you are trying to say. But if you want to sound more Thai, then it's also easy as well. You do have this sound by ba in English, but it's just a little bit hidden, isn't it? So listen to this. Park, spark. Park is aspirated, the air comes out. Park, and then spark, spark. The air doesn't come out. Pain, aspirated. Spain. Pot, spot. You see? So if you struggle with the unaspirated P sound, the B, just pretend there is an S in front of that word. For example, if you're struggling with this Pai town, just put an S in front of it and say spy, like the word spy in English. Spy, 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 and then little by little remove the S and you say spy, by, and then you get this unaspirated pa, P sound in Thai. Easy peasy. Another way to think about the unaspirated P sound is to think of it as the Spanish P. That's right. It's like the T sound. In Spanish-speaking world, they also use the unaspirated P sound. Listen to this. Pero, which means but in English. Panama, Peru, Pedro Pascal. Whereas an English-speaking person would say Pero, Panama, Pedro Pascal. You could hear the unaspirated P and the aspirated P. So if you happen to know Spanish, you could switch to the Spanish P when it comes to the unaspirated P sound in Thai. So you can say, I'm going to buy. It's that simple. The next trick of how to sound more Thai is the recognition of the long vowels and short vowels in Thai. I know that there is a stereotype of Thai people seem to speak very slowly and like to elongate the sound like mascara. But we do have a lot of short vowels as well. When you make a distinction between the short vowels and long vowels in Thai, you sound more Thai and you sound more understandable. For example, we talk about the word die, which means to die, and Thai, which means to guess, before in the aspirated unaspirated T sound section. But you know that you can also say Thai and Thai. Listen to this. Thai, 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 Thai. Aha. So there are two I sound now. So I, I, and these four words, Thai, 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 are different. The meanings are different. The word Thai, listen to this, short vowel, the short I sound, Thai, means kidney. And the word Thai means Thai people, Thailand. The word Pai, the word Pai means to go, Pai, short, like 1 second, Pai. And the word Pai, Pai, listen to it again, Pai. It's a bit more elongated, so this is a long I and a short I. The word Pai means that town near Chiang Mai that we mentioned earlier, Pai. So if you want to say going to Pai, going to Pai, then you would say Pai, 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 Pai. I think this would present more problems for people who are Eastern Europeans because you often have only the short vowels. But just keep practicing and hear it. The long vowels have about half a second longer pronunciation to it. I, I, Tai, 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 Tai. The next trick to sound more Thai is to realize that the sound J, the sound of the letter J in English, doesn't exist in Thai. And you would go, what the? Because my name, myself, starts with the letter J. And the word for vegan also starts with J. But if you want to sound more Thai, you have to make this subtle awareness that the Thai J is different from the English J. Just like, the German J and the Spanish J are different from the English J. It's quite a problematic letter, isn't it? Anyhow, if you listen to the way the Thai people use the letter J closely, you would hear that they don't explode the sound of the J so much. So for example, my name is James. So when I introduce myself in English, I would say, hi, my name is James. But when I meet a Thai person, I would tell them that my name is James. James. The sound is almost like the sound of the CH. Have you ever wondered why places like Jatuchak, Plernjit, Kanchanaburi, which sounds like a J sound, are romanized by CH? I think the reason is because there isn't a real J sound in Thai, the explosive J. So it's not Kanchanaburi, it's Kanchanaburi. It's not Jatuchak, it's จตุจักร it's not เพลินจิต it's เพลินจิต. So that's why a lot of places like this would be romanized by ch. So you can think of the Thai j sound as the unaspirated ch, as the j. It's almost like a ch, but it's more like a j. You could hear the slight difference. So if you are vegan, for example, you would say กินเจ yeah, กินเจ. Or if you have a Thai person whose name is Jay, they would introduce themselves in Thai as J. It's slightly softer and less explosive. Instead of J, you'll be J. The next trick to sound more Thai is the realization that when you have the multiple vowels written together, the Thai people tend to just speak it as one vowel. One day when I was talking to a friend of mine who's not Thai, who's American, he was mentioning his wife, and the word wife in Thai is Mia. But he kept saying Mia, which sounds like the name Mia. So I was wondering what he was talking about for the longest time. I asked him, who's Mia? And he was like, it's my wife. How do you not know? And I was like, oh, it's your Mia. It's your Mia, which rhymes with the word ear. It's one syllable, but he uses two syllables for that word. He say Mia. So next time when you heard of the sound ear, when you heard of the sound ear, just make sure that you try as much as possible to make it a one vowel sound. I know that it's counterintuitive, but it's the way that you would sound more Thai. The funny thing is this, I have the same problem, but from the opposite side of things. So let's say when I see the name Maria, which could be, I think 3 syllables, Maria, I would say Maria. So I just Ria. I put the IA as one vowel. Or the words in English like intuition, which is 4 syllables. If I'm not careful, I would say intuition. So I make the word 3 syllables. So next time when you come across this diphthong, this 2, even 3 vowels put together, just make sure that you make the sound flat. The word for city is เมือง. The word for wife is Mia and not Mia. Okay, it's subtle, but you can do it. Another trick to sound more Thai, this one is probably more advanced, and I still need to find more science-based information about this myself. But what I have observed so far when it comes to people speaking different languages is that native speakers of each language would produce the sound from different parts of their organs. So for example, you would hear the sound like Oi, what you doing? When you are in the UK, and that oi, it comes more from, I think, this part of your face and your throat. If you have an angry Thai person shouting, you'll be like, oi, ทำไรอะ oi, ทำไร? When it comes to Thai people, most of the sound produced in Thai are produced inside of the mouth, in front of the mouth, and to a lot of extent, at the nose. So you would hear people say things like ไปไหนมา ขอบคุณครับ สวัสดีครับ. So the sound is more nasal. The sound is produced more the front of the face rather than saying things like ไปไหนมา สวัสดีครับ. So observe the way that the people speak, and if you want to sound more natural in that language, then try to produce that sound from the right part of the face. Obviously, this is more advanced, and even if you produce the sound, even if you use the wrong register for that language, people can still understand you. But I'm talking right now about people who want to become excellent in the language. Just observe these little details, and I'm sure that it's gonna make you sound better, and it's also quite fun to observe these things as well. I hope that you enjoy this content, and let me know how it works out for you when you use these tips and tricks. Do people understand you better? Do you feel more confident when it comes to certain Thai words and pronunciations now? Don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to support this channel as well, you can do it at buymeacoffee.com/realthailander or as this QR code link to. I will see you in the next episode, and I hope you are having a great start for 2026. Thank you. Khop Khun Khrap.